Hello, everyone. Welcome
The
to our stream. Busy watching Steve's World before starting this up, so I'm a little unprepared here.
Breaking news, sorry.
Yep. So, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our chat. We got a bunch of people here.
Yes. Welcome, Eric. Eric's first.
James Eric was first today. Yep.
The DuphilyCrew's here. Oh no, that's it. Disney Nerd Hers. Charlie, Stacy, Sophie, and Avery. Hello. Yes, Spectral Magic Music. His favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite parade. She doesn't.
No,
she hates when I play the music.
I like the music. I just didn't like those Chucky clowns. That's the only thing I didn't like. Spectral Magic. Yeah. Hi, big Disney fan. Welcome in.
So, again, I think we changed our topic. We waited this time to the last minute, but seeing that Disney announced
more stuff today.
Announced their opening yesterday. And some news is coming out about what it means for the opening and people who have trips planned like us. Right. I know the Disney Nerd Herders. I think James Ryan had something planned in June, if I remember correctly. So what's our thoughts for what it means to us? Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, I think you wanted to...
Yep, I have some show and tell stuff.
Show and tell?
That purchases of the week...
Wait. That's what Meredith was saying the other day when the box came in.
So, I got this little patriotic lounge fry for when we go to the parks. So, that's that. I thought that was really cute.
And this is why I need to go to the parks. Because I feel like Meredith's spending more money. And Charlie, yes, I did hear about the food reservation news today. I heard it from Steve and we were going to bring it up. But I'm not sure.
What's going on?
I think he got it. I know he was talking to someone on the phone while I was watching the stream, and I think that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into that.
Yeah. Also, I don't know, I shared this
and Big Disney fan, let's chat offline about that.
Okay. So, I got these ear savers. I messaged these to Stacy already. They actually, you can flip them over and do different. These are for when you wear the mask. They're just kind of like plastic, but I think they're lightweight. I know it didn't work on your mask because it was too tight, but I think they're looser than that.
If you have a big head,
they won't work.
Like for Ronnie and I, it just unless you have a lot of play.
This is the lady that made those, Ellen Marie Couture. So if you're interested,
I just think if you're gonna buy those, like those were 7 inches wide. So I think you need to kind of see how far back
you have to measure
that goes.
Yeah, it worked good for me. You know, I don't have a big noggin like you do.
Yeah, but I think it depends on the mask too. The mask I tried it with.
Yeah, your mask is really tight. It's tight on your ears, so it wouldn't go back. You know, but the looser mask it works. So, but it was like what, $20 for a whole stack.
I don't remember.
I think so. I don't know. And also today, we've got our pin. Mouse Tug, where is it?
The camera's right there.
Little Mouse Tug for being a member.
You gotta go like this.
Oh yeah, this way.
Yeah.
I got short arms. And they also sent us a nice little postcard too.
I like where they get these. I've seen people getting boxes of these, Meredith.
Yeah, I think you can buy a box of them. I'll have to do that.
I'd like to know where they got them from because they're really nice. I'd like to put them in a frame. The Big Disney's friend, those they call those ear savers. Mask ear savers.
Mask ear savers. And they wrote a little something and look forward to meeting us, and hopefully we can get to do that. But now with the diner reservations all
canceled. Yeah, all right, kind of.
All right.
Remember, you welcome people to the chat.
Oh yes. Oh hi, Robin.
Hi Robin, how you doing?
Robin is our fellow baseball mom. Our boys play baseball together. Well, did anyway.
So we have a bunch of things that we want to bring up that will influence our decision for our mid to late August trip.
Yep.
I know we're checking into Disney on August 19th, but we check into Universal Studios, I think, around the 14th. So we with Disney opening up, so when Disney's opening up, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom's opening up July 11th. And then July 15th is Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Yeah. So that is, I know it's not giving us much time to make a decision if we're still going.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see how things play out. I think even the nerd herders have even less time, so I feel for them.
Yeah.
But there's a couple. There's two things I want to start out with that I noticed that heavily influence. We'll start with this one. So this is the message Disney put on their website, and as you can see, it talks about the July 11th opening for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, and the 15th was Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And then it has a blurb there about DVC resorts opening up on June 22nd. And that's what I saw yesterday when I looked this up after their announcement. However, I found something very interesting that could affect non-DVC members, people staying at a non-DVC resort. And apparently, and I saw this on Twitter, that originally Disney had Disney Resort hotels to open up on July 11th, which would be the non-DVC resorts.
Yeah.
And then they took that off their messaging.
Oh, sneaky.
So
what's that?
Now, what does that mean? That's leading me to believe that some resorts will not be opening up. Wouldn't these parks open? Are they opening up earlier, later? I mean, DVC we know, but again, the standard resorts we don't know, and it's interesting that it's two different messages, and so that the highlighted yellow is what's been omitted. What do you guys think about that? It doesn't affect. It's not going to affect us because we are using DVC. We're using our DVC points for this stay. So I think we're good there. But any of you guys have a trip planned that's not at a DVC resort?
And the nerd herders, they don't have a DVC resort.
Yeah,
So.
I don't know. One of my problems I'm having with Disney is they threw very vague information out there, and they left all these details out, and I think it's putting more unneeded stress on people. Trying to plan their vacations or that have vacations and trying to figure out what's going on with it. Do I need to keep it? Do I need to change it? What do we do?
Right.
So I wanted to throw that out there because it doesn't necessarily affect us, but I think it could affect some people potentially.
Yep.
The other thing that Meredith and I were talking about this yesterday was the park hours. So you can see they're drastically changed. What do you? Why don't you tell people what you were thinking when we were talking about this?
Oh, you can't hear me? Is it on?
Yeah, you're not talking loud enough.
Oh.
Talk.
I usually have a big mouth. No, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's like you gotta leave the park during the day. That's weird. And that's gonna change how we do things.
Yeah, I know. During the summer, we like to take a midday break, go back, eat lunch, go into the pool.
Closer. I thought it was 6 on the Hollywood Studios. I was at 9.
No, it's 9.
Oh, okay.
It was 9. It's 8 now.
Oh, okay.
I'm really disappointed in the Magic Kingdom closing at 7 because that means now I can't see all the rides in that park lit up at night.
No.
I missed the castle being lit up.
Yep.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah. Well, they'd probably be like, get out. You know?
So, I mean, will this affect? It's definitely going to affect how we do the park.
Yeah, because we used to go in the morning and then leave around lunchtime a little bit after, go back, go in the pool, take a nap, and then go back at nighttime. So, but now you're not going to have time to go back at nighttime. Really. It'd be kind of, and then if you have to have reservations, can you leave? Can you come back? We don't know.
Well, that's the other thing. If you get to make reservations into the park, I don't know how that. I can't leave.
Right, because
if I'm going to Magic Kingdom for that day,
yeah,
I have to pretty much stay there.
Right.
And I don't like to stay there in the middle of
the heat,
the day when it's the hottest.
Yeah.
But now you can't leave because you probably don't know if you're going to get back in,
Right.
or if you do, you're only going to be there for another hour or two before it closes down.
Well, because when we had in the Passover preview, it's totally different. We had to make the reservation to get into Galaxy's Edge. We had 4 hours to be in there, but once you left, you couldn't get back in, right? You couldn't leave and come back in. You could stay longer, but you couldn't leave and come back in. I don't think.
I think that's entirely different than this.
Yeah, I know it's totally different, but it's like the same thing. You can't get back in.
We don't know that.
Yeah, well, I know. We don't know anything. They don't give us anything.
Hello.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello, Bloom and Chiza. So they are lowering hours because they don't have as many casts as before. Will affect until they can get more casts.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it. So that's the other thing that we have to weigh is so. I went back and looked at Universal, and Universal's closing at 6, which I'm not happy with either.
No. But
that's only that way until June. July and August they have no hours, so that leaves me hope that they're going to expand those hours. I'm hoping is there enough time for Disney to expand those hours, so they can get more people to come back, cast members to come back.
Yeah.
Is there enough time for them to expand those hours? Or maybe they don't want to. Maybe there's a certain cutoff point for just operating at, breaking even or making a little bit of a profit. I mean, I really don't know. But it's bugging me because it is going to change how we do our trip this year. Mm-hmm. Which is fine. I guess it's fine. I mean, it'll be different, but
yeah, just gonna have to. Our whole way of doing things is gonna change for this year.
Yeah.
Which is messed up.
And I agree with Charlie and Stacy that not knowing junk is ticking me off.
Yep.
And I think it is kind of ticking me off, or I think she's gonna be stressed out about this whole reservation thing.
Yeah. So
the other thing with the reservations, and this, I saw Steve. So I was on Steve's World's channel. So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out.
He was on for Corey today, but it was Steve's World, right?
Yeah, he was live streaming for himself.
Okay.
And when I got on pretty late, but I saw him talking to Disney World rep. I think he called the reservation line, and they told him that they're wiping out all the dinner reservations. So if you had any dinner reservations, you might see them now, but sounds like they're all going away. And they're all going away because the capacity of the restaurants are lower, and they don't want to pick and choose who to cancel and who to keep.
So you got to start over.
Yeah. So for me, I understand it, but I really don't like it because there's a couple of problems with this. Now it's a free-for-all. And of late, their Shop Disney website has been awful. Mm-hmm. But just in general, Disney's website and how the whole reservation system is not good. It's not going to be able to deal with this influx of people, for July, August. Who knows how far out this? Yeah, it's not. Their website is not built to do this.
No, it's going to crash.
I know it's going to crash. I deal with this stuff. And for us, and the hours were changed too, James goes.
Yeah, that's right.
If you have a Brown Derby reservation at Studios late at night, it won't now be open. Exactly.
Hi, Lauren. Welcome in.
So this part's really ticking me off. Because so I know we had Via Nepal, where we were going to meet people like Charlie and Stacy.
Yep.
I think more Sunshine, Walter Melissa from Mouse Talk. Was really looking forward to that. But we had brunch at the Contemporary.
Yep.
We've never done that, and I was really looking forward to that.
Right.
I mean, we actually got one. What's the chances of getting that now?
No, I know that was hard.
And I had a regular Contemporary for dinner. California Grill. Mm-hmm. That's going to be hard. I recently booked La Celia,
yeah, whatever.
Yep. For Epcot.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be tough to get. We have Toledo for one of these nights. What's the chance?
Yeah.
I mean.
No, Lauren, the restaurants aren't closed, but they're going to cancel everybody that has a dining reservation right now, they're going to cancel, and then everyone has to rebook because of limited capacity and all that garbage.
Yep. And then we have Tuttle Italia.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah. I can't pronounce, especially when.
I hope so, Charlie. Priority access to rebook. I hope so. And if you already have a reservation, you should have priority access. I think.
Yeah. So I just learned.
Mania Nick, welcome in.
Yeah. So I just learned of this info. So if people have more info about that, you want to put it in the chat. If we have priority access to rebook, I think that'd be great. But I don't know. Initially, I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, we wanted to eat at the Space Restaurant too, but I'm not sure. That's probably not opening right away.
Yeah, I hope you're right, James.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about how they're going to do the reservations for the parks. Because again, Disney's not putting any info out there. And it's hard for me to believe that they don't know. You cannot go in front of a board and say, this is our plan for reopening and not have those details. I know they have those details.
Yeah.
They should share those with the people that have those reservations.
Yeah, because everyone's stressing out.
Because I'm hearing theories out there. Well, you can go to these parks during these 5 days, but on this day you can't.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. It's really going to make me think whether I still want to continue going to Disney for this trip. I want to go, but not. And I thought it was going to be okay to go, but some of these changes is making me wonder if it's
right.
If it's going to be worth the hassle. Yep. And I understand what Nick's saying. So I would wait a year to go back to Disney to get full Disney experience, because I think if you go now, it will be a waste of money if you're not a local. I get that, but we're also DVC members, so we have some points that will expire, and it's a big number of points. So even for us, it would be worth to go. Honestly, I'm okay with if I have to take it slower. Probably be a good thing. I would experience it differently. Mm-hmm. So I think knowing that, I'm okay with that. But man, it's just it's just weird. Hello, Amy.
Oh, I didn't see Amy come in. Hi, Amy. GC Magic TV. I can't even.
Hey, you gotta stay on top of your job.
I know.
Lauren goes, she's going to Universal Monday, so that must be for her team member preview, which is cool. And Lauren, no, because their extensions for the DVC points are only happening if the reservations were closed during the closure. I had to read that a few times.
Yeah. So
we can't get ours extended.
No, because our reservations in August. If it was in March, April, May, June, it would.
Yes.
It would have been extended, but it was in August, so it's not. And Charlie says, where are these updates? We get these on.
So some of the screenshots. I was on the Disney app or the Disney website to look at the hours and see what their messages are. What they're doing at reservations and stuff. Steve actually got that while he was on the phone during his live stream. I'm gonna go look later to see if that's posted anywhere.
Yeah.
Because
you haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that. I think we're all still waiting. The other thing I'm worried about is how's the Rise of the Resistance gonna work?
Yeah. I
don't know. That was already a mess with the virtual queuing.
Yeah.
People were getting there so early in the morning,
right.
and that's not social distancing.
Well, if it's so low capacity, they'll just assign you a time, text you a time, and you go in there.
Will they?
I don't know. That's what they should do, but who knows?
I don't know.
Eric, we're driving to Florida, so we don't have to go on a plane, so that's not an issue. I know we were looking on Twitter. I can't even talk. A little bit while ago, and I know people that are coming maybe from UK or other countries, they're going to have to quarantine when they come, if they come internationally. So that's a big concern to them as well. Well,
that's if that's going to be open.
We don't even know if that's going to be open.
Yeah. So at least we have that going for us. Hello, Disney's Everett. Thank you for coming in. So, chat's going here. Hold on. So Charlie goes, we addicted, so waiting more than a year is not an option. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Charlie. And we've been so many times, I think
Right.
we can afford to not see certain things. Like, I think my dad asked me the other day, if there's no parade of fireworks, is it worth going? And I kind of told him, the parades are during the day, which we don't see in the summertime because it's so darn hot anyway.
Right.
And yeah, I love the fireworks, but I could live without the fireworks.
Yeah.
And
the meet
for
and greets,
one pass.
I mean,
the meet and greets, we can
live without for a year.
Our kids are not little, so we can deal with that.
I mean, we've just been trapped in the house, and nothing to do. We look forward to going away to Florida and enjoying, So even if we just sit in the hotel and look at the wall, I think it'd be more fun than being here.
Yep. So Lauren goes, "How Hagrid's going to work?" I'll try to write it Monday, and and she's confused. How's the whole locker system? Yeah, that's the other thing. But at least what I like about Universal, at least it doesn't help Lauren or some of the locals going in the beginning. Yeah. But for folks like Charlie and Stacy and ourselves, we can learn. There's time for us to learn from them and know that things could eventually change.
Yeah. Hello, Kidult TV. Welcome in.
Yeah. And Charlie says that he saw Laura had it posted, but not sure where. So that'll be interesting to find that.
I've got a bunch of different places.
Hold on. Let me get through the chat.
Okay.
Hello, Mouse Talk. Walt and Stacy, welcome in.
Walt and Stacy.
Walt and Melissa. That's right.
I know.
This is your job.
I know. I'm not looking. And we got the pen. I just want to show you.
You get it?
I know.
All right. So Disney Everett. How will Disney handle the parties? Yeah, I looked for the Halloween party, so I know you can't. All tickets for all parties for everything you can't do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And the Halloween parties are still listed on the calendar. So I'm still kind of holding out hope that they're still going to have those parties some way, somehow. And I'm hoping, as long as I can see the Boo to You parade and the fireworks, I can live without anything else at the Halloween party.
Yeah.
And maybe they could do it. Maybe that will be really limited capacity as well. We were talking about that. That could work. Lauren goes, I think it's better with less people, but worried about the limit on entry. Hope they update through the app. I agree. And that's the other thing that I think we were talking about with the virtual queues. Mm-hmm. Right. We may not need to be in the park all day. We might be able to get through everything quickly.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend all night time at Magic Kingdom, for instance, if there's no fireworks. But then I just don't get to see the park lit up at night, the castle, some of the rides. I mean, I like to take pictures. I take
at nighttime.
I take a long exposure pictures, especially at night, because I like just how that looks.
But we're gonna save a boatload of money if they cancel our dessert parties, our Halloween party.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. We had a couple of dessert parties. I'm not going to cancel them. I'll let Disney cancel them. And we had at least one Halloween party, but if they're going to have them, and they're going to have these parks close. Magic Kingdom's going to close at 7.
Yeah.
If I can, I'll just buy more Halloween ticket parties just to stay in the park later.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost the same price as the dessert party.
Welcome in, Dream. Hello, Jeff and Angela. How you doing? Welcome in.
James goes, I think we may see virtual queues for many rides, including Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, I agree. And I think Charlie and Stacy agree with us about fireworks. They're only 20 minutes. You see them 5 or 6 times a trip, so not a necessity. Right. And I agree with that. I mean, I'm going to miss them.
Yeah.
But I can live without. Not seeing Mickey this trip or some of Stitch. Yeah, I'm going to miss it, but I can live without it this trip.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing. Just until it's all over.
Kid Delt goes, your stream looks like my room. Yeah, and that's the other thing why we need to go. It's to get out of here. The quarantine in Massachusetts just seems to be the longest quarantine I can. Like, we go out of the house every day, but you can't really go out to do anything. But to the park to walk.
No. We just got hair. You can just get haircuts this week. That just opened up.
Yeah, so I want to go just for that, but I have to go because Meredith's just so online buying stuff. I need to defer attention with not working
Well,
and having all this free time.
Well, I think it's you buying the stuff.
No.
Yeah.
So Walt goes, one of the things he's going to miss is seeing Happily Ever After. And I agree.
Yeah.
So that brings me to a point. So we have reservations for California Grill. We go there at least once a trip. So this trip we had brunch and dinner. And one of the highlights of eating there is you're at the rooftop of the Contemporary, and you can stay up there to watch fireworks, the Happily Ever After fireworks. What do you guys? I mean, is it still worth it for us to spend that kind of money eating at that restaurant when you're not going to be able to see the fireworks?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning towards trying, maybe canceling that. We've eaten there so many times.
They're gonna cancel it anyway, so.
Maybe try something. Different.
I don't think Walt and Melissa. I don't know if they heard about that. That they we heard that they were gonna.
You can
cancel.
say
they're gonna cancel all dining reservations right now. Even if you have them reservations, they're gonna cancel and then gotta start over, rebook.
Yeah. So and then just Disney's website is not gonna be able to handle that.
No.
So Lauren goes there at big hints that she's seen that Halloween Haunted Nights is happening. No announcements yet. That'll be good. That gives hope to some. The Halloween party I could see being canceled for us, but maybe there's hope for others that have trips later on. That'll be good.
So,
are you guys gonna go on the 11th if you can? We're not locals. So our trip's scheduled for August. I did float the idea of renting a house for all of July and August since you're out of work.
Yeah.
The kids are out of school or doing school remotely.
Yeah.
And I'm remote and about to be remote full time now because of this. That I was thinking of renting a house for a couple of months. But we still have the dog.
Yeah,
I'm helping my dad out. I would, but it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, no, he can't drive the dog down there. He'll never make it. He's too old.
So park schedule isn't out for August, and I think here Charlie's talking about Universal, which is what I noticed.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. There's no Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, no Pirates League, which I think.
Yeah. Hands-on stuff.
Okay.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. See. This is where I agree. For your first time, you definitely would not want to go.
No.
I would definitely stay. First time, you would stay away from the parks.
Mm-hmm.
But we've gone, going down 2 times for the last 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that part's gonna affect us that much.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty Dot says you need more merch. I see more blank spots. Yeah.
Oh, this isn't all of it. We could fill in more. You just didn't want to clutter.
And we have more that's come in that we're trying to find time to do videos on. Pennsylvania's slowly lifting stuff. So so Amy kind of understands, like us, what it's kind of been like around here. So James is at a reservation for the 5th and 11th. He's trying to modify.
When they open the reservation.
He's got trips the 23rd of July and August. And he's going to try to go to all if he can. Yeah, I mean, especially if you've gone down, been there a lot, I think it kind of helps. Decide Gene wants some pins. Well, we have pins. We had some doubles. I mean, I end up buying stuff that I don't even remember that we have.
Well, he goes a little hog wild. Well, we both go a little hog wild.
Charlie got a haircut today. Stacy got hers done.
I gotta get my roots done.
Yeah, we have appointments, but not till the following weekend.
Yeah, mine's June 10th. I can wait. Waited this long.
So Walt goes, if this is your first time going to Disney, I would recommend not going. Missing the characters, the parades, and the fireworks is all part of the magic.
Yeah.
Yep. And I totally that's how we totally feel, right?
Right.
But with the hours and this whole reservation system, it is kind of getting to that middle point on is it still worth us to go? Because we do have another trip planned for December where things should be even better by then. That we could just wait a few more months.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Right. Bloom and Jesus says he's heard they will try to make a limited capacity for parties and make live streams for the rest. That'd be cool if that's true.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. We could get through these parks pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm still not going to want to leave. I'm going to have the tripod with my camera going around taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
With them canceling dinner reservations, no money penalties. Yeah, but I mean, for me, I'm going to be really bummed if I can't get to have brunch at the Contemporary. That's something that's on our bucket list that we really wanted to do, and it was very hard for me to get that, and I got that. And that one I'm really bummed about.
Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe we can get it back.
Less people, cleaner ride, sound good. Just wish merchandise was on clearance.
I know.
Yes.
Everything on sale.
And Amy, we have to come back to Pixar in early June to turn in all the kids' school stuff. All right. So you had some other stuff that you wanted to bring up.
Yep.
That you found, right?
Yep, I found. What did I say? Okay. This is a proposal that they might do. Relaxation zones.
No, I think it's definitely in.
Yeah. And this is where there's going to be a place where everyone they're going to probably have tables and stuff 6 feet apart that everyone can sit down and take off their masks and relax and take a breather. So that would be good. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they'll figure
that's a step in the right direction at least.
Yeah.
I still, because everything I read, they say.
Yeah. Outside.
Being outside, it's harder to catch the virus.
Yeah.
And I think if you can maintain 6 feet, why should you? You should be able to take it off. You let people use their discretion at that point, I think.
Yeah.
But at least this is a move in the right direction, I think.
Right.
To help, because with that heat, by all the live streams I've been watching since World of Disney opened up, has said it's brutal. And we tried it here. We just got up into the 80s, and we tried it, and I'm like,
yeah, it was like
it's not even 90s and humid like it would be in Florida, and I'm already.
I had something on my phone that I'm going to read.
Figure that out.
About what's his name? Bob Chapek, whatever his name is.
Yep.
Because I know, because everyone was wondering why Universal opened up earlier than Disney, but they have to figure out the whole reservation system. That's going to take some time. And he also said that they feel it's the right time in July. They got a different situation. Universal, because they're much bigger. They have a much more complex business. They have a different labor situation and the reservation system. So that is why. And he wants, when you go to Disney, even though it's limited capacity, they want you to have a magical experience. So they're trying to make sure that everything goes without a hitch and you have a good experience, even though you're not going to see everything. So that's why they got to take it slow and get it right. Because obviously right now it's not right. Because we have no information. So hopefully it'll get right.
Yeah, so Dispatch Dream goes, Disney Springs is not enforcing the mask wearing at all. Most people are complying, though. And I've seen that, and I've seen pictures of it, people calling people out. And as I said before, I know it's not going to be 100% of the people following the orders. There never is. But the one thing I can control is if I see someone sitting down as I'm walking or as I'm walking by them, I can move out of the way and get away from them. So I have that in my control, and I'm not going to let that bother me.
Right.
Because I can't change that, so why am I going to make it bother me?
Yeah, they also have, what did I say? Oh, they're going to deploy, they did this social distancing squad.
Yeah, they have that.
Downtown,
they have that
Disney Springs, so they're going to do that at the parks as well. So you remind people, put on your mask, stay 6 feet apart. Here's some hand sanitizer, wash your hands. Like your mother.
So Amy's been trying to practice outside. We were, and then I just ditched it because I don't want to keep breathing in my own CO2 because that's not good either. Yeah. And I'm just like,
you're definitely going to have to take breaks because, like the people that work, we I said this before, that at Starbucks they wear the mask all day on their shift, and they were getting headaches because they're breathing in their own carbon monoxide, and it's tight on their head, so they had to stop, take it off, take breaks. So you're gonna have to do that because they were getting headaches.
And like Charlie and Stacy, they're gonna take their mask off and take a break if they're isolating and people are not within 10 feet. Exactly. And you know what? I told my kids, just drink more.
Yeah.
Take your time. I mean, there's ways you can do it and still comply. I mean, I just have a drink and I wait, walk a little bit. I mean,
so he said, he told you to just wear one so my wife doesn't yell at me.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the most important thing is the hand wash and the hand sanitizer and trying to limit touching your face.
Right. But I touch my face more with the mask on because readjusting it, so it's just driving me crazy. And most of everything's AC, so like Charlie said, you're running from AC to AC. So hopefully, and you shouldn't have to wait long in lines if it's virtual because they don't want you waiting in there. And it probably won't be fast pass because if it's all virtual. So you're only going to have one line, so that's going to go quick like the old days, in limited capacity. Kind of might be nice.
Yeah. I like Walter. I'm taking my mask off when I sleep and eat and breathe. Just kidding. Actually, I mean, imagine that. Because sometimes I used to go on Universe of Energy to take a nap. Because that was a good 40. I mean, I would have to take the mask off in those days.
Yeah.
If we had to wear a mask.
They did announce you don't have to wear a mask in the pool. I'm like, no kidding. Now we're going to drown with a mask.
So actually, this is another question we had. So we're staying at the Poly with our DVC points.
Yeah.
And again, because it's limited information, I don't know how the pools are going to work, what the hours on the pools are, because that's one of the attractions for wanting to stay at Poly.
Right. And the fireworks at night, and all
being able to see that from the beach.
Yeah.
Should we still stay at Poly? Remember, one of the places we could do is we could save a lot of points if we moved our stay to Saratoga Springs, and I did see they still have the tent. We could move it to there. We could save a boatload of points. That would give us roughly 260 points or 280. Yeah, 260 to 280 points next year, and we could stay at like Grand Floridian. Or we could find a way to chew up those points.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is it still worth staying at something like Poly, or so we just bank some of those points and just stay at Saratoga Springs? And you had a good point that is if things are going to close, Saratoga Springs is within walking distance of Disney Springs. Yeah. And that's at least for now, that's open and staying open to 10. That we would still have something to do.
I think that's going to be crowded every night. Everything closes early. Everyone's going to go to Disney Springs and walk around.
Well, but that's the thing. The parking garages I know get filled up.
Oh, yeah.
But can you just walk in? That.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because how are they going to know?
Yeah, I could swim over. I'll steal a boat.
Yeah. So this dining reservation really up my keister. I'm thinking there's going to be no fast passes. Yeah. I think the reservations, the virtual queuings, are going to be.
Charlie and Stacy, you're pretty soon to make fast passes, like in a week or so, right? I think they were.
Yeah, because ours was June 20th.
Yeah. So we'd be interested to see if you can make fast passes.
I'm thinking they're going to get rid of those, and everything's going to be virtual queuing.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a reservation to the parks. So that's going to be the other thing is, I don't want them to say, well, you can go for 3 straight days, but then you're going to take the 4th day off. It's just like, but I'm staying at Disney property for 10 days, right? If I'm a local, if I got the
annual pass.
Well, if you get the annual pass without the blackout dates, you should be able to go anytime you want.
Right. Well, I know they're not. They're whoever has annual passes now and reservations in DVC now is good. They're not selling anymore. No more.
Yeah.
Regular ticket sales.
Oh, I love this.
What?
I got to put that there. The only time so this is Walt. The only time we ever went on the Ellen Rider was in the back seat by myself, laid down and went to sleep. Oh man, I never thought of that. I mean, we've had seats like that. I would have done that.
Yeah, laid down.
Didn't you guys catch me like snoring once in the Hall of Presidents? I think I think Ronnie kept nudging me.
Yeah. Well, when I fall asleep, my mouth is wide open, so I'm like. Probably throwing popcorn in my mouth.
So James says he agrees with you. You know, everyone's going to go to Disney Springs if the parks are closing early. Yeah. Especially if the pools are closed.
Right. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to all meet up and have a big party at Disney Springs. We'll pick a day.
So Charlie goes, you would think since they are limited in the capacity of the hotels, they would be giving great discounts to fill the deluxe hotels so they get more revenue from those than they would at the Pop Century. I would think so too, but
what about the NBA thing?
Wow. See, so that's the other thing that I think's throwing a wrench in this, and this got me. Thank you for reminding me, because when I saw that they removed that the non-DVC resorts were opening, so they originally had that and they removed that. The rumor is the NBA is going to start back up and do their whole playoff system at Disney, and they need a boatload of rooms for the players and their family and all their officials and everything.
You know they're not going to stay at Value.
So I'm wondering if that's what's playing a big role in a lot of this as well.
Because they have to stay on property, right?
They have to, I think the rumor is they do not, if they're gonna go ahead with the NBA season, and it's like this with even I think baseball was trying to do something similar. They whatever venue, they have to stay on that venue for the whole time that their season's going on.
Yeah, and they'll be testing them and stuff like that.
This June says he sees they are staying at Coronado Springs. I'm wondering if that's going to hold all of them. I mean, I don't know.
How many teams?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be 10, 12 in each conference. So it could be anywhere from 20 to 24, 15 guys on the team, 5, 6 coaches, trainers, maybe 10. So you're checking out at least 25 per team, and they probably need room for their families if they allow their families to go. And I think that, like this side dream says, there'll be it's close. Yeah, right. Yeah. Coronado Springs is close to ESPN because I think that's where they would be playing.
Okay. That's so. Hey, but then we get autographs.
No social distancing. Ronnie already was getting excited that could he see NBA players at the parks? No. You have to do is they could be behind you and you're here. So you got to do a little bit of magic with the phone to make it look like that you're close together.
Okay. A magic shot selfie.
Now, Ronnie goes. He could get some. He wants to bring a basketball. See if he could give him a bounce pass. Bounce pass. Throw the marker, the Sharpie.
Yeah.
Try to get the autographs. So Charlie goes, they're not going to be able to book fast passes until they are in the new reservation system, and only for the park we have booked that day. Yeah.
We have to renew our passes too.
Yep.
Before we make fast passes. That's what happened to us last year. Because we tried to do it, but it's still our annual pass is extended, but you still have to buy the new one.
Yeah. So I think it's coming down to what's involved, what's the details with the new reservation system.
Yeah, and they're not very good with their websites.
I know you keep saying that.
It crashes. They're not.
So Charlie goes, save your talking points for our show Sunday.
Yes. We got them written down. So
yep. So what do you, knowing everything you know, and knowing things are fluid, things are changing, do you still want to go?
I don't know. I do and I don't. I mean, we could save a ton of money, but we still have to do our annual passes anyway. Right?
Yes.
So.
And we still have to find a way to use up those DVC
but it
points.
Might be, you know what? Sometimes the worst plans, like the vacation, you think it's going to be terrible because of all this stuff, ends up being the best vacation ever. So you never know, right? It could be cool. We could be limited capacity. It'd be like the old days. You could just walk on the rides, see everything. I mean, the only thing that's going to stink is about the mask and limited
Yep.
stuff.
And that's
But-
how I'm looking at it. I'm
but-
you know,
Yeah, that's right.
the park.
so we still on the berg.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
We still have a family vacation because to be honest, if we don't go, it's gonna be baseball season for Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rather do?
Go to Florida.
Okay.
Disney. Because then
The kid.
it'll be 4 baseball games a weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. No. That's what we would be doing now. Right?
Yeah. So I think we can make the best of it. I think it could be fun and exciting, different things. I think it'll be a memorable one. And it's going to be one. So Meredith and I vlogged our first trip last summer. We didn't vlog during the holidays. Plus, I was in the hospital, so it made it hard anyway.
Yeah,
And we kind of said we didn't like kind of like purposely trying to vlog every day as we're going in the park so that way we could do videos when we got back. Because that was a lot of work. I felt that was a lot of work trying to remember to coordinate certain things. And then have to do it on the way back. So we said we weren't going to do it anymore. It wasn't something we're really interested in doing on our channel. But we think we will have this trip because it's going to be so different, and I think it's going to be so memorable that this could be a trip that us and especially our kids, will never forget.
Right.
Just because of the craziness, having the masks, what's going on with the pandemic in the world, that, like you said, this could be one of the best trips we've ever gone on.
Yeah, you never know.
Because we're gonna have to adjust on the fly, which I absolutely love adjusting and planning on the fly. I know you don't, but I do. So
I'm a planner. He's well, you're a planner too, but then we can change things. Yeah.
So Walt says he always wants to go, but it will be different, and that isn't necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Right.
I agree. It's all what you want to make of it.
Right.
And I'm looking at it. It could be a good thing to change up on how we always do things. You're going to see things differently this time.
Right.
Amy goes, I plan on going, but I'm going to be doing more than Disney. I have family who lives down there. So I think that's great too. And that's the other thing, Meredith, right?
Yeah.
We've explored other parts of Florida. There's nothing to say that we can't try to do that this time too. We keep talking about wanting to do that. I think it's going to be good, and I think all of us who got a lot are going to want to be part of the year that almost wasn't. We'll get bragging rights.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Santa Claus. That's like I'll be so blue.
We would still be fine doing rides and then chilling out more at night. Might force us to slow down and enjoy a different side of Disney.
Yeah.
And that's what you keep telling me. Meredith keeps telling me. So, in case you guys didn't know, I had an irregular heartbeat, so I went to AFib for the first time ever inside a Disney park, and she had to take me to the hospital, and I ended up staying there 2 nights. I think it was overnight, 2 nights.
2 nights.
And I almost was leaving on my own because I couldn't stand being there. I just said,
I'm fine. See the fireworks from his hospital room.
Yes, and that did not sit well with me.
He's like,
especially when they kept telling me I couldn't go on any rides.
Yeah.
They said maybe things like Small World, and I'm like, what about Rise of the Resistance? And they were like, no. And I just kept telling them, no, I'm going on this stuff. This stuff's not, it's not going to be that rough.
Right.
Right. I can watch myself. But you always said from that point on, I need to slow it down. So this again.
And you need to drink water, Gatorade. Do not just drink coffee and soda and then go to a Christmas party all night and eat cookies, because.
Yes.
Yes.
Eric Newman's not going. Nerd Herders go. They're gonna go to Venice.
Yeah, they go to Venice Beach because her sister lives down there. So
that'll be fun. And
I always want to go to a beach, but we never end up getting down there. Only when we stayed that long time.
Yeah, because it's a pain. I just find it to be a pain.
Yeah,
driving down with beach towels.
Yeah.
you know, you need blankets if you want to sit on the beach. I don't know. When we went to the house, I think it was all different.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else on your list?
I don't know.
So, based on this discussion, Meredith and I actually have a special video that we're uploading tomorrow. So don't you give up too much info.
No, I wasn't gonna say it.
So we did I remember our weekend all day Monday from like 9 in the morning to like 9 at night, and then reshoots afterwards.
Yeah.
For like a not even a 4-minute video. We did a video about it's titled "Should We Stay or Should We Go?" And I think it's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
And it's just like a brief about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
About that, and not really knowing that Disney was gonna we knew the opening was gonna be announced, but none of this other stuff.
Right. Right. It's just a fun video. You just gotta watch it, and because we were on the live place talking about viral videos, this is our attempt. It's not. I know it's not gonna go viral, but it's
you never know.
It's a fun video. If you've seen our Stranger Things video, our lip sync video, I know Charlie and Stacy have seen this. It's similar to that, but we're not lip syncing.
No, but we're doing other outrageous, goofy things that I would just say. We would do this stuff privately.
Yeah.
But this is not stuff we would typically share with people.
Yeah.
That even close people that know us.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But we decided to do this.
Yeah.
Charlie wants to, is this an 80s video? So you guys should know what song this is based on.
Yeah.
Should we stay or should we go? Is it 80s?
It could be 80s.
Yeah, it has to be because we got it from Stranger Things. This is the funny thing.
We got the movies from
we got the idea from Stranger Things again.
The song.
The song.
Yeah.
And then we just started putting goofy things together. And then I did some magic. I did some different things. I wanted to test my abilities on the editing side. There's always things I've always wanted to try, and so I forced myself to try it. And we did some things that I think came out well that made me laugh. It still make me laugh when I watch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it makes you guys laugh.
It's funny. It was fun to do. I mean, you know.
So we have that coming out tomorrow. So it's kind of related to today's talk, which is kind of ironic.
So make sure you put the notification bell on so that you'll see when he puts it up. You can watch
11 o'clock. I already scheduled it.
Okay. It's from 82. Okay.
You should know this. You're the music person.
I know. Well, I didn't remember that one.
Do you even know who sings it?
The Clash.
Ooh.
That's because you played it about 20 times editing it, so I figured it out.
I think I know the words by heart.
I know.
I told Meredith that was one. So when we did the Never Ended Story one, I had trouble trying to memorize. And I cheated a little by having the words on the screen. This is the only way I could do it in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But I listened to this one so quickly that I know I could remember. There's easy. We could have sang it live.
Yeah. No. No, I don't think so. That's what you don't want to see of it. Singing or dancing.
What, of me?
Yeah. Yeah. Dad dance over here.
See, that's what I'm gonna miss about being the character interactions. I did that a lot at Universal. Remember they tried to get you to do that.
Right. Well, maybe they will, but from a distance.
That won't be the same.
Isn't that a song? From a distance.
You can make that a song. Okay.
Go. Yeah, we should go. I mean, go to Disney. That's what. So we should plan on meeting you down there too, James. I think he's from New Hampshire.
Yes, he is. Oh, is he? Yeah, because he had on here August 23rd. So we would definitely
be down there
because we check out the 29th. I'm also wondering if they're still gonna have food and wine because we kind of made this as late as possible, hoping we could catch one day of food and wine because we've never been to food and wine.
Yeah, it was just hard with the kids in school.
So That's gonna be. I'm saying no food and wine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
preparing
I think
myself for.
They frown eating on trash cans right now.
Yep. We hope to meet you guys too, Walter, Melissa.
Yeah.
We'll probably know for sure if we're going. I mean, we're gonna make the final decision by the end of July. But what do you think? What's your percentage? I know what mine is.
I'd say 80% right now.
Wow, we agree.
Oh, it's a miracle! Quick.
Yeah, I think it's 80,
Yeah.
80-20 because it's just more even. I just need to get.
Yeah, just to get. I mean, and we're not flying, so we're in our own little
Cocoon.
bubble, so just when we have to stop, but I think if we had to fly, I think it would be different because I think you have to quarantine. I'm not sure. Though.
No, I don't think so.
Get 97%. Yeah, we're just gonna see what if we get the reservations.
Yeah, only reason why I'm saying 80%, I just want to. The whole reservation thing has got me a little shook a little bit, especially with the dine-in reservations. I just want to make sure I can get a lot of what I had. Yeah, I have to talk to my boss today about making sure I get a vacation to get down there.
Yeah. That is his boss. But yeah, I just the reservation because you
don't worry. Don't.
Yeah, I know, but you plan everything so in advance, and then they pull the rug out under you.
It'll be fine.
We just gotta go with the flow.
As long as you get your brunch, everything else will fall into place.
Right. Well, I mean, if we don't get good reservation, we don't get good reservation. We'll go next time.
We will.
Yeah. All right. I hope so.
All right. So do you want to do shout outs to?
Oh yeah, shout out
to channels.
All right. What do we got?
So just name the channels that we watch.
Yeah, Monday, Steve's World, 8:00. Anyone else on Monday? I forget.
I don't think so.
That we watch. It was Tuesday. We've got Zip is on 6:30. More Sunshine is on 7:30.
Yeah.
Mouse Talk is on at 6:00 every day.
You gotta do it like this.
Yeah. We got your pin today. I don't know what's wrong with our mail. I think they only give it to us once a week. They're on strike or something.
Yeah, and we love the postcard. I'd love to know where you guys get those postcards from.
Yeah,
so they run at 8 with the Sanity.
And 6:00 every day until the park's open, talking about a different ride.
Via Pre at 9:30.
Yeah, 9 and 9:30.
Yep.
And that's it for Tuesday, right? Wednesday is Disney Nerd Herders at 7. 8:00 is D&G Explorers. Oh, 9:00 is this and that. I'm like, I can't think. Thursdays is us at 9.
Yep.
Friday, Rob Fuzz, 4:30. Oh, we've got Carlos. He does 4 on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays now, yep.
And Saturday mornings at 9.
Yep.
And did I forget anybody?
Yep, and you have the Disney Nerd Herders have their 11 a.m. Lazy Sunday stream.
Yep.
And we're going to be on there with them along with Amy, I think.
I think so. I think it was...
Right. And
Carlos? Was it Amy and Carlos?
I think so. So you may want to check that whole crew out again. Yep. It's always a fun time being on there. We're going
to talk about this stuff again, and maybe we'll have more information to add to it. We'll keep looking at it. It changes daily.
Because I know we were on Carlos' stream talking about this.
Yep.
So just let's see if as new info comes out, does it change people's mind?
Mm-hmm.
And again, we could change our mind come Sunday.
Yeah.
This stuff's moving pretty quickly around here, right?
Yep. All different info. It's a fluid situation.
Yeah.
And hopefully it all works out in the end. It usually does.
Yeah. And we just got to be careful. I am glad we did the one thing in the video after I see what Charlie just put.
What?
We get there a week before you, and we're going to snot everywhere and lick all the railings. But you know what? If you watch that video, you're going to see we're going to be well prepared for that.
That's right. We got a secret stash.
It's legal in Massachusetts. I don't know if it's legal in Florida.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks
for coming on, and
we really appreciate it.
Joining us, and I think next week, if there's not any other news, which they probably will be,
maybe we'll talk about we need to still make dinner reservations for December, but I think how they're doing dinner reservations going to be thrown in flux. Yeah. But maybe we can just talk about top restaurants we should make during that time period.
Yeah, and everyone can pitch in and let us know.
Yep. All right. Thanks again, everybody.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Be
safe and be well.
See you on all the live streams. Support everybody.
And don't forget our video tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right.